it important to know this? Why should teachers know this information? Yeah, so I want you to pretend that you're linguist doctors. When your student or students have a problem, you can go in surgery and help them. Right? What do you think, doctor? Do you think it's important to know?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, so once you know the actual physical nature of your body and what is happening as you produce sounds, you can help other people. Do I expect you to know perfect pronunciation? No. Does perfect pronunciation exist? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. All of you, when you talk to me, I think you're great. I think you're great. Okay? So, all the parts. Do I need to talk about it? Or are we okay?
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite part is number 13. Because before my PhD, I have no idea what this area looks like. I have no idea what goes on down here. And so I was very curious what actually happens down there. So I want to show you what happens down there.
Hi, my name is Ben Consalvi, and I'm here today. Well, Miriam,
This is her.
and I'm curious about the.
I like this video because you can see that our vocal folds are sitting on top of
So that's what's happening in your throat.
the first thing you see is
She's like, this is called a vocal folds. As you talk, it's literally moving like that. When it stretches out, you have a higher pitch. When it's lower, a lower pitch. So this is what's happening in your throat. Question? Is it scary? It's freaky, isn't it? And so, we must pay very careful attention to our body because it's a physical thing that we need to really, really understand. I loved her face was the best. So there's many videos on YouTube that you can look at where they have singers, and they have like opera singers of different levels, and you can see how their vocal folds move. Remember, the important thing is if the vocal folds stretch out, you have a higher pitch. If it's lower, it's together. Keep that in mind, okay? And at the same time, when you breathe, because we're talking air is coming up and out. And how it comes out, literally, when the air pushes out, how it's shaped is by what's going on in the mouth. That's called vowels, right? Vowels are shaped, not obstructed. Consonants are obstructed somewhere in the vocal tract. Right? Good. Questions about that? Good. And so, vocal tract warm-up. What did we do a couple days ago that was vocal tract warm-up? Ooh, ooh, ee, ah, right? That is literally, we're taking the vocal folds and we're making them short and longer, short and longer, short and longer. We're warming it up. Do you remember what the steps were? The first one was stretch your face, because it's all part. And then what do we do? Right? Then what do we do? Then what do we do? Huh? Something, 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 something. Yeah! Then what do we do? Right? So we ha 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 ha. Right? keep that as a vocal practice. That would be good. And I got that from him. So he's a professional musician, warmer-upper, singer kind of guy. He works with famous people like Celine Dion and Britney Spears, people like that. So that's what he said. So I think we should do it, right? Good. Now I want you to watch how the diva and the MC, watch what they're doing and watch what their mouth actually does. have tech, ACADTECH / phonetics. Let me show you how this works. When I show it to you, I want you to think about how can I use this in my classroom to actually teach it. Okay? So you go to Sound Speech, you click on it. This page comes up. By the way, is this free or not free? Free! If you also teach other languages, if you teach Spanish or German, they have this here as well for that. You go to the top, it says free web apps here. Click on English, and this comes up. But the question is, do you know what these words mean? All of them. If I said stop, do you know what a stop is? What is it? What is it? It's a what? But remember, this is, I should test you. There are 3 ways to describe consonants. The first is voiced or voiceless. That's this, it's called voice. The second way is called place. Where in the vocal tract is the air being stopped or obstructed? The third is called manner. How? How is the air coming out? And so one way is called a stop. That's how the air is coming out, by a stop. So you say to your students, let's learn the first sound. Stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 come on the left side, right? Let's say I want to teach this sound. What is this sound? It's not P, remember. It's, right? So how do you teach it? Well, you click on it. And then this comes up. This is why this is so cool. 1, this is a side view. You press play, it will show you how it moves. Here is a video of the front with sound, and it does initial, medial, and final. So let's check the first one. Pa. Pa. It shows you from the side. Pa. Then from the front. Let's say your students have trouble with initial pa. How about medial? How about final? That's cool, isn't it? But Mongolians have P's easy for you. What's difficult for you? Now, how do you describe TH? I need to know, is a TH voiceless? What's the place and what's the manner? That's how you describe sound. So the P sound is actually described as a voiceless, bilabial stop. Do your students need to know that information? Not really. They just need to know, right? So in your groups, before I do TH, before we get there, because I know you have trouble with that, I want you to talk about how could you use this in your classes. Try to come up with some ideas right now with your group members. How would you use this? Would this be presentation, review, homework? What do you think? In your groups, 5 minutes, go. I had a great discussion over there. Great discussion. How would you use this online tool in your classes? Or after class? Or question? Anyone? Really? Not quiet. Usually you go, what do you think? Okay, that's exactly what I was saying over there. I go, I was just saying the one negative thing that can happen is if you do teach in the countryside, right? Is that impossible? No, I lived in the countryside in China. Like, I didn't have water, I didn't have electricity. It was pretty rough. But everyone had a cell phone. Everyone had a cell phone. And even driving in Mongolia, I see that people have cell phones. Guess what? You can download this on your cell phone. It's download. It's free download. Yeah. He's like, oh, this is also good for you, by the way. So how would you use it? How would you use it? Tell me. Ladies first. 1 and then 2. Go ahead. Good. So just what's needed to be done. Do you agree?
And also, for example, our teacher
Yeah.
said it's a religion.
Yeah.
If they need something different, not the pronunciation is not that important.
Mhm.
So that's why we thought about the plan.
So for those of you who don't have pronunciation class, because there is a teacher, there are a couple teachers here who teach just pronunciation. I go crazy. But for those teachers that teach just pronunciation, they can go through every single sound. But for us, I think, once we hear some kind of communicative problem, breakdown, then we can address it using this. Right? I think it's better that way. Save time, not boring. They can do it on their own. The only thing you need to do, which I recommend, any online tool I give you, even a corpus, you take one class period or half a class period and train them how to use it appropriately. That's what I recommend. Here it'll take you 10-15 minutes. That's it. That's it. Any other suggestions on how you would use this? Will this be a homework assignment? Home fun assignment? Yeah, that's right. Good. And what's good about this is that it's not just a tape, it's also the visual. So let's look at the TH sound. Oh, yes, sir. I'm so sorry. I forgot about you. I just remember the women, not the men. Yes, sir. I have your answer.
Primary teachers.
Yes.
So in this case, how do we apply this in classroom?
Ooh, to primary school. I love primary school.
Okay, but I don't think children are rapidly comparing this type.
You would be so surprised how technologically savvy our young people are nowadays. They're so much more than I am. So much more. I had an 8-year-old teach me how to use an online website when I was in America last month. I was like, oh my gosh, really? First of all, don't judge them yet. Okay. Secondly, talk them through it. Why not? Why not?
Okay, we'll try.
How old are they? How old?
6 years old. 6 to 11.
Okay, 6 might be a little young. 11 years old, they can do it. They will show you by the end how you can fix your pronunciation.
This tool might be, suitable for presenting the sounds, like in rather interesting ways. So they might be, put some attention in it. And also, we thought that, it's suitable for their needs. Like replacing their needs for playing on the computer.
Yep.
And see their screen and spending time on communication.
That's right. Or if you are really, really interested, you can contact the University of Iowa and say, can we make a Mongolian version? They're open. It's all free. University of Iowa is very open to anything. Contact them. That'd be maybe we should do that. Right? Good. How else? Anyone? Any other idea? Yep. Yep. So, thank you. Thank you. Say it louder. This is actually the most important one. Say it louder. Always?
Yes. Because it's easy to make interviews with people, right? And research. And the teachers can use the recorder. And we could also give some context, right, or text to the students, no matter where their family is. And then we can record their voice, right? Or text them. They will learn what kind of words they make a mistake in.
Maybe.
Pronunciation, right?
Oh.
And then we invent this.
So, according to second language acquisition theory, there's lots of theories actually. But, do you know Schmidt? Richard Schmidt from the University of Hawaii? He went to Brazil to learn Portuguese in 1984 or 5, something like that. And he came up with a theory, it's called a noticing hypothesis. He proved you cannot learn any language until you notice it. Once you notice the difference between your pronunciation and native pronunciation, you then acquire it. So what she said was, record my voice and then compare. That comparing is the most important thing you can do. That's called noticing. That's how I would use this. I'd have them on their own, come into class, and then compare. Or at home, compare. Are you the same or different? I don't know. It's almost the same thing as you saying, you're trying to compare, you're trying to have them notice, but doing doesn't work. Right? Good. Anything else? Good teachers. And when you work with elementary school kids, let me know how it goes. Let's look at the TH sound. What is the TH sound called? It's a voiceless interdental fricative. There it is. So how do Mongolians pronounce th? Oh, it's new for Mongolians between the teeth, tip, and tongue. Does it really go in the middle? Let's see. Let's look. How does it actually go? Oh, is it really in the middle? Is it really in the middle? Not really. Look again. Look at the tongue. Look at the tongue. Look at the teeth. Where does it actually go? Try it. Don't do this. That's not how it's pronounced. It's not pronounced fully on the teeth. It's not. It's slightly back. See? Let's do it again. Three, two, one, try. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Do you feel different? Yeah. Don't do. Let's see how she sounds here. Cool, huh? So let's see how it is in initial. So think to yourself, do this by yourself. Think. Good. Medium.
Toothbrush.
Good. Same. Final.
Whip.
There you go. So as you can tell, I don't have to stand here and say, copy me, copy me. We have it here for you. Questions? Okay, good. So much to talk about. how can we actually help our students in other ways as well? The first strategy is helping students to notice their pronunciation, right? How do we do that? She does recording, but here's another way. This is called the Prater diagnostic passage. This passage is very short, but it has every single sound in English and every single suprasegmental feature. So you first give a diagnostic passage. Yourself first. How does this sound to you? Are there certain things that might be difficult for you? Try it for yourself. Listen, and then find the problems. Now I say problems, but major issues, not every single little detail. Because if every detail you go crazy. Don't go crazy. Okay. And so there's Susan. She says, hi, I'm Susan, hi. She's a sophomore university student, okay? Whenever you diagnose, you do a diagnostic passage that they read. And you do novel utterances. Listen, take a pen and just kind of mark some errors or issues that you have. It's only a minute and 23 seconds.
When a student from another country comes to studying in the United States, he has to find the answers to many questions, and he has many problems to think about. Where should he live? Would it be better if he looked for a private room off campus or if he stayed in a dormitory? Should he spend all of his time just studying? Should he try to take advantage of the many social and cultural activities which are offered? At first, it is not easy for him to be concerned in jokes, informal in manner, and confident in speech. Little by little, he learns what kind of clothing is really worn here to be correctly dressed for classes. He also learns to choose the language and the customers which are appropriate for informal situations. Finally, he begins to feel sure of himself. But let me tell you, my friends, this long-awaited feeling doesn't develop suddenly, does it? All of this takes practice.
What kind of level is Susan? Is she beginning, intermediate, advanced? What do you think, based on her pronunciation? Yeah, she's a high beginner. She's a high beginner, right? Do you need to listen again, or do you think you have what you need? One more time? It's only a minute and 23 seconds, right? Remember I told you last night I was having some trouble? The last thing I wanted to print out last night was a copy of your book. So, this is fun. This is one of my favorite books to use. This is called Teaching Pronunciation. A reference, do you know this book? A reference for teachers. It's for teachers. It's by a woman named Celsi Murcia. She wrote the grammar book as well. Also Donna Britton and Jaya Goodwin. They say in this book that you should do diagnostic passages like we just did, but you should also do free speech. And so you give a student, I know you can't see it, I'm sorry, it's so small. You give a student a picture, they tell you a story. Then you compare the notes on the story's speech and this here. Then you find the common problems between the two, because people read differently, or their pronunciation changes when they read as opposed to when they speak. So we're going to listen to her talking about this story here. What's happening, I'm sorry, it's so small. What's happening is there's a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little boys and a big adult. They're camping. And then here, they go to sleep. And here, the adult wakes up, he notices the fire is still going, and he puts out the fire. That's it. A normal, typical little story. Listen to her free speech this. And on the back of the diagnostic passage, or on the same side, do you hear common problems? Okay. And if you want to look at this later, it'll be here for you.
This is a winter Sunday, and a teacher told bring 5 boys to have an open public. And you know the weather is very cold today, and in outside it will very cold. And the teacher automatically have a fire around of him, but he didn't care about what the other 5 boys. The boys were very cold, and in their sleep bags, they will feel not good. And but they want to sleep.
Sleep.
And the teacher sleep behind the fires, and he think he is warming than others. But at the same time, the another 5 boys are sleep very well. Maybe at the midnight, the teacher will woke up because he found the fire will found his bed, and the another 5 boys are sleeping.
Well, as you can tell, speaking with the passage shows a little bit about one's ability. You need to see both. So don't test your students just on a written passage. So, based on that, in your group, what are the top 3 priorities you select in terms of helping? I call her Lulu, that's just a nickname. Improve her control over American pronunciation system, not British system. Remember in the Prater passage she said, little by little? That's British English. I want her to speak American English. How would you change? 2, how would you address the issues with her? And what kinds of exercises would you develop to help her? So with your group, take about 10 minutes. Let's do this. Go ahead. Okay, what do you think? Look, still talking. So passionate. Comments? Okay, four comments over here. Yeah, your teams will think.
First priority is pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
Certain consonants and vowels.
So we say certain segmental features. Like which ones do you think she needs help on? The nasal. And V. Good. I. Good. Yes. You're the only person that actually said that. That's correct. That's so correct. Goosebumps. Exactly. That's one of her major problems. Good. What else? Word stress. So we have segmental, and then we have super segmental now. Stress, rhythm, pitch, intonation. These things are needed as well. To what? To monotone. So she needs to have more pitch? Give me an example that she messed up on. But in her novel utterances, did she have?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. And the third one is, I don't know how to call it.
Say Mongolian. We have Mongolian translators here.
The word ending.
So she adds to the word ending. Like what? What word? Customer.
And also
Restaurant.
Good. She has trouble with reduction, doesn't she?
no.
No? Who said no?
Yes.
Oh, the L and the R. She changes L and R a lot. So how would you actually help her now? We have some issues. What would you do? To learn a song? Ooh, now, okay, she's like, online. Okay, online that's the newest thing. That's the newest thing online I showed you, okay? Oh my God. Now, by research by Monroe and Derwig, they have shown that the more input that you get about a certain sound, then you can produce. You get accustomed to it, right? And so I want to train them on sounds. And so in my hotel room last night, very simple activity. So simple that you should do it. So simple. It's ridiculous. It looks like this. So at the top, it says start. So the teacher wants to have them practice listening for certain segmental phonemes. So with Susan, she has trouble with L and R. So let's have her practice listening to the differences between them. And so the first thing I did is L and R. So the teacher says, ugh, or She listens. Which one is it? Circles. Then I say either or s, because those sound similar, don't they? Then, as I say, she goes down the tree. It's that simple, huh? Let's do it. Let's do it. Teachers, ready? Lat. Sink. Rice. What's the answer? Raise your hand if it's number one. Number one? 4. Number 2? Number 3? 4. 5. 6. Answer 4. 4. Answer 4. I was being mean. I went really fast. I was being mean. Let me be a nice teacher. Let me be a nice teacher. Here we go. Ready? I'm a nice teacher. I'm a nice teacher. Rat. Think. Lice. Okay, number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. 5. 6. Answer 3. And then, after you do this a lot, students, young kids love this. Because if I say the right answer, they go, yeah! Right? And then, if you have a good student who pronounces well, you can say, come to the front. Yeah, come. You do it. Here we go. You went right? Yeah. Okay, start over. Okay. No. Okay, here we go. Ready? Choose which one. Okay, go, say it. Okay, second one, choose. Three, go.
Rat.
Do it again with more.
Rat.
Good. Next.
Think.
Last one.
Rice.
Okay. 1.
5. 4.
That's right. Good job. Good job. Good job. See how easy this is? Okay, good. Other problems that Susan had, I think were on the back. I think she had problems with reduced form and the final ending, like ED. So here are 2 different kinds of activities you can do with that. So reduced form. When people speak quickly, words become reduced or short. Did you know that most of the time we do speak in reduced forms? We really do. And people get frustrated. It's really challenging. And so I like to show them this. Like, why do you want that? Why do you want that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, you sound very native-esque. What did you say? What did you say? Who did you speak to? Who did you speak to? Say it again. Good. I'm sorry, you sound very Californian. It's really making me laugh. How did you get here? How'd you get here? That's cool, huh? And so after we teach this, I like to show them on the screen. Oh, only 52? 352? No time, no time. So I want you to say the following sentences together, by yourself, and then, how do you think it's really said? Try it on your own. What do you want to do can be reduced how? What you want to do? Good. How about number 2? Where do you want to go? Which one? 3. Why? See, it's hard for me to read these sentences because I don't pronounce it this way. Why did you choose that place? Why did you choose that place? Good. When did you get home? When did you get home? Good. How did you like the movie? How did you like the movie? So good. So the first strategy with Susan was diagnose her problems. The second, come up with little strategies to help her solve it. The first was that simple tree. The second is something like this. So easy, right? So easy. And so because there's no time, I have another passage that's diagnostic that you can use. I'll talk to you for longer than an hour and a half. There are 2 more handouts I want to give you. This one is what I use in my class. It's called the Phonetics Class Journal Assignment. So every week, students did a half an hour of audio recording. And I listened and I corrected their pronunciation on some things. Here's the assignment that you can give your students at university. This is a handout. This is gold. This is gold for you. It is helpful websites that you can go to help with anything. Lots of free stuff. Okay? We'll hand both of these out, and then I'll wrap it up. Paige, the 2 websites I think are very, 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 very awesome is the www.gsu.edu. This is John Murphy's page. John Murphy is my advisor. He is obsessed with pronunciation. And he loves helping people with free stuff. The other one is what I showed you today, the University of Iowa. But go home on your own. This is gold. This is gold. Okay? So I want to say thank you very much again. You guys are awesome. You are awesome. Tomorrow is different. Let me explain tomorrow. So we're going to begin. I'm going to do a quick 30-minute presentation on my most recent research project. It's about using journals. Okay? Because I really find it helpful. I want to tell university teachers as well. So I'll present like I do at a conference. Okay? And after that, we'll do about a half an hour of review for the entire 8 days, and then we have a present for you after that. Okay? So thank you very much. Bye-bye.